Lisa BLACKPINK, a member of Blackpink and the global ambassador for Louis Vuitton, has once again become the center of attention in the world of luxury and business. For years, fans have admired her fashion influence. But what if this influence goes far beyond red carpets and magazine covers? What if Lisa's presence is quietly rewriting how the world's biggest luxury empire, LVMH, connects with a new generation of consumers? When Frédéric Arnault, the son of LVMH founder Bernard Arnault, and the CEO who helped shape the modern luxury watch division, recently confirmed the huge impact Lisa has brought to the group. It wasn't just a compliment. It was a signal to investors, marketers, and brand strategists that the game has changed. Because in the age of digital attention, visibility equals revenue, and culture equals capital. Think about this. In 2025 alone, Lisa appeared at the Met Gala dressed head-to-toe in Louis Vuitton, walked into the Oscars in a sharply tailored designer suit that went viral on every fashion feed, and then closed the year by attending the Louis Vuitton Spring-Summer 2026 show in Paris, embodying the future of global luxury. Each of these moments generated millions of impressions online, turning every appearance into a microeconomy of engagement, brand exposure, and emotional marketing. This is not random fame, it's strategic brand alignment. Frédéric Arnault's acknowledgement is crucial because it reflects something LVMH has mastered, transforming cultural icons into long-term brand assets. Lisa BLACKPINK is not just an ambassador, she is a living investment. The way she carries the brand, the tone of her public image, and her crossover appeal across Asia, Europe, and North America have created what fans now call the #lisalv effect. It's the idea that one person can elevate not only a product but the entire perception of a brand. To understand this phenomenon, imagine how LVMH, a group that owns Louis Vuitton, Dior, Celine, and many others, evaluates impact. Traditional marketing metrics, like ad impressions or billboard reach, feel outdated. What matters now is emotional equity, how deeply consumers associate a feeling of aspiration with a name. Lisa has become the embodiment of modern luxury, discipline, independence, creativity, and authenticity combined. Every time she appears, she bridges the gap between youth culture and heritage craftsmanship. There's a business lesson hidden here. LVMH's investment in Lisa is more than sponsorship. It's a calculated bet on longevity. In entrepreneurship terms, it's portfolio diversification. While traditional luxury depends on heritage, the next generation of luxury depends on relevance. And Lisa's audience delivers relevance at scale. She reaches millions of young professionals, students, and dreamers who may not yet buy a Louis Vuitton bag today, but will aspire to in the future. That's not just marketing, that's generational pipeline building. The trigger moment came when Lisa's collaborations began generating measurable results. Search trends for Louis Vuitton spiked every time she appeared at a major event. Her Met Gala look alone produced millions of organic interactions across global markets. In the digital economy, that kind of attention converts into brand equity, which converts into sales. It's the purest form of modern advertising, attention as currency. Behind the glamour lies a fascinating business insight: how luxury groups now treat ambassadors as visual assets. In older decades, a celebrity endorsement might last a season. Now, it's an ecosystem. Each post, each video, each event builds a web of digital rights, licensing opportunities, and long-term branding strategies. The partnership between Lisa BLACKPINK and LVMH isn't only aesthetic, it's infrastructural. Her presence supports product launches, campaign narratives, and even how luxury houses communicate sustainability and innovation. Some observers describe this as the fusion of culture and commerce. It's where artistry meets analytics. For example, when Lisa performed during global events tied to fashion or film, those moments weren't just entertainment. They were data-driven brand storytelling. Every camera flash and repost reinforced the perception of Louis Vuitton as a living, breathing symbol of creative excellence. The suspense in this story is not whether Lisa will succeed. She already has. The real question is how far her influence will reach. In the language of business, she's built a personal brand portfolio that intersects with corporate identity. She represents the rise of the entrepreneurial artist, someone whose craft and image create measurable enterprise value. Midway through this journey, imagine the boardroom at LVMH. Analysts are reviewing digital engagement charts, regional revenue reports, and demographic shifts. They notice something remarkable. Spikes in brand interest align perfectly with Lisa's appearances. This isn't coincidence, it's cause and effect. That's when the statement "Lisa's huge impact" becomes not just a compliment, but a case study in marketing evolution. From a marketing psychology perspective, fans are not just passive consumers. They are emotional shareholders. They invest their attention, identity, and admiration. When Lisa steps onto a red carpet wearing Louis Vuitton, millions feel personally connected to that moment. That connection is the foundation of modern luxury branding, selling not just a product, but belonging. As the story reaches its climax, it's clear that LVMH's strategy isn't about chasing trends, it's about securing legacy. Frédéric Arnault built an empire by understanding craftsmanship and perception. Frédéric Arnault and his generation are expanding that empire by mastering influence and innovation. Lisa's presence bridges those two eras, heritage and modernity, making her one of the most valuable cultural investments of this decade. What's extraordinary is how natural this alignment feels. Lisa doesn't force luxury, she redefines it. Her personality mirrors the evolution of Louis Vuitton itself, timeless yet fearless. The hashtag lisalv effect is more than a hashtag. It's a blueprint for how global brands and artists can co-create value. Toward the end, there's an emotional truth that ties everything together. Success in the modern economy is not just about products or popularity, it's about trust. Lisa's connection with her audience is built on authenticity, and that authenticity multiplies the brand's credibility. The revenue impact becomes secondary to the emotional resonance, and that's what keeps audiences watching, buying, and believing. So when you hear that Frédéric Arnault finally confirmed Lisa's huge impact on LVMH, understand it for what it really means: a recognition that cultural power is business power. A new form of entrepreneurship is being written in real time, where music, fashion, and finance intersect. It also signals something bigger than one headline or one ambassador deal. What we are witnessing is the globalization of influence, where creativity and commerce merge into a single economic force. Lisa's journey with Louis Vuitton and the LVMH ecosystem shows how cultural credibility can shape financial value. The modern marketplace doesn't just reward craftsmanship, it rewards connection. And that's exactly what Lisa represents: a bridge between aspiration and accessibility, between legacy and innovation. Inside the luxury boardrooms of Paris, executives once relied on exclusivity alone to protect brand value. But the new generation of leaders, like Frédéric Arnault, understands that influence is no longer limited by geography. Lisa Manoban has transformed from an entertainer into an instrument of global expansion. Her ability to reach millions of consumers across Asia, Europe, and the Americas gives Louis Vuitton a presence that no traditional campaign could replicate. When analysts look at LVMH's quarterly performance, they see patterns that reflect the digital age. Attention flows now translate directly into brand equity. Each social media post, each red carpet photo, each viral hashtag creates an economy of visibility. In marketing terms, Lisa BLACKPINK doesn't just drive impressions, she drives intent. Viewers who associate her elegance and confidence with Louis Vuitton are more likely to view the brand as relevant, attainable, and worth aspiring toward. That's long-term equity in motion. Behind the scenes, this collaboration also reveals the entrepreneurial mindset that drives the luxury industry forward. LVMH isn't only a fashion empire, it's a portfolio of investments in creativity. When Frédéric Arnault acknowledges Lisa's impact, he's recognizing that she's more than a partner, she's a co-creator of brand momentum. This reflects a modern approach to business where cultural icons are treated as stakeholders, not spokespeople. Their contribution goes beyond campaigns. It becomes part of corporate DNA. There's also a deeper human angle that keeps audiences emotionally engaged. Lisa's rise from a small-town dreamer to a global luxury icon mirrors the universal story of self-made success. It's that relatability, combined with elegance, that makes her narrative magnetic. When fans see her representing Louis Vuitton, they don't just see fashion, they see potential. She's proof that global influence can be built through authenticity, discipline, and a clear sense of identity. For entrepreneurs and creators watching this story unfold, there's an important takeaway. In the modern economy, your personal brand is your portfolio. Just as Lisa aligns her creative direction with a billion-dollar company, anyone building a career in the digital world must understand how perception shapes opportunity. Branding isn't about vanity, it's about value. The same principles that guide LVMH's marketing decisions can apply to startups, creators, and small businesses alike. The beauty of the #lisalv effect is that it operates on multiple layers. On the surface, it's about fashion and fame. Beneath that, it's about digital transformation and strategic vision. And at its core, it's about emotional resonance, the kind of connection that no algorithm can fully measure. This is where luxury evolves from being a product into being a philosophy: precision, storytelling, and timeless appeal. Frédéric Arnault's confirmation isn't just an industry statement, it's a forecast. It hints at a future where global icons become silent partners in shaping corporate identity, where every collaboration doubles as both marketing and innovation. Lisa's impact has proven that attention can be monetized without losing authenticity, and that artistry can coexist with enterprise. As this chapter continues, one thing becomes clear. Luxury today isn't defined by price tags, it's defined by perception. And in the perception economy, Lisa BLACKPINK stands as one of its most powerful architects. Her presence doesn't just sell products, it reshapes narratives. She represents a generation that understands how to turn passion into power and influence into impact. So the next time her name trends after a runway show or a red carpet appearance, remember, it's not just a viral moment. It's a masterclass in modern branding. It's proof that creativity, when aligned with strategy, can move markets. And maybe that's the real #lisalv effect, not just fashion's fascination with a global superstar, but businesses awakening to the value of cultural capital in its purest, most human form. And for every viewer watching right now, this story carries a deeper lesson about personal branding, investment in your image, and building something that lasts. Whether you're an artist, a creator, or an entrepreneur, Lisa Manaban's journey is proof that when creativity meets consistency, the world takes notice. Stay tuned, because the next chapter of this story isn't just about luxury, it's about legacy. If this inspired you, remember to follow the journey, share the vision, and keep your eyes on what's next. Because sometimes, the quietest moves in business make the loudest impact.